At the end of the release date trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, October 11th or October 8th, if you pre-order it by the way, we found out that there's going to be not only a couple of characters they can get early and play as early in Sparking Zero via pre-ordering, but there's going to be a brand new character, a pre-order character that has never appeared in the Tenkaichi series so far. As a quick reminder, the technically six early characters are based from Gogeta, Super Saiyan Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, Ikari, or I guess base form Broly, Super Saiyan Broly, full power Super Saiyan Broly, all from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, with a seventh brand new to the Tenkaichi series character, which will be as a pre-order character that you will be able to buy later on. So if you're watching this after the game comes out, just check your console store and you should be able to buy it, you know, as the early pre-order, what have you. But before I get into this video as to who I think this character could be and who it probably isn't, which I know it's going to disappoint quite a few people, question of the day, do let me know. I want to see if it's going to be, if the comments are going to be different on YouTube compared to Twitter. Who do you think the pre-order character is going to be? Now, I said, who do you think it's going to be, not necessarily who do you want it to be. Feel free to answer both questions, but if you're going to say Charlotte, you're probably going to be in for a massive disappointment, which I will go over in a little bit in this video. So, who do I think? Not necessarily one, because I want it to be Charlotte, but it's not going to be Charlotte for a few reasons I'll get into later on. The character I think that the pre-order character is going to be, I think, wait for it, it's in the title and thumbnail, so why am I stalling? I think it's going to be Cell Max, of course, from the Dragon Ball Super Hero movie. Now, why do I think that? Thank you for asking. Leave a like on the video and I shall gladly tell you. So firstly, they've said that this character is a character that has never appeared in a Tenkaichi game before. So I think they're not including Tenkaichi tags, so basically from Tenkaichi 3, right? So as far as I remember, there's not a character that was in Tenkaichi 2 which was removed for Tenkaichi 3. If there is, do let me know, but I think every single character that was in, well, Tenkaichi 1 was in Tenkaichi 2, then of course from every character from Tenkaichi 2 was in Tenkaichi 3 plus more. I don't think there's a character that was removed, but whatever. So basically, right off the bat, it's not a character that was in Tenkaichi 3. So I've seen a few people say they might be Arale from Dr. Slump. It's not. I hope it's not her. I've also seen a few people say they could be Kid Goku or even Demon King Piccolo, which is a bit of a weird choice. With Kid Goku, I kind of understand it, but I think he's in the base game anyway from a low, not a low quality, but from a screenshot that came out from like a background thing, but that could have been a cutscene or what have you. We don't know. So it's not any character from Tenkaichi 3, so it's going to be a character that's never appeared. Cell Max, yes, I know it's Cell, but it's not Cell, it's just the name, and, you know, somewhat resembles his semi-perfect form, of course, has never been in a Tenkaichi game. Tenkaichi came out, what, 15 or so years before Superhero, so, you know, of course. Could it be Cell X? Probably not, because that's from Dragon Ball Heroes, which is ending fairly soon, give or take. So, they've all, look, I say also, but on this image you can see on the screen right now of like the pre-order early stuff, you've got those 6 characters. Now it does say it's a brand new character. It doesn't say brand new characters, so this has to be a character that doesn't have a transformed state. It's got to be its own standalone character, which is another reason why I think Cell Max is the perfect fit, because he fits both boxes so far. That it's a character that's never appeared in a Tenkaichi game, because again, it's not Cell, and it's a character that doesn't transform from anything, and it's a character that doesn't, at least not as of right now, transforms into anything else. I've seen people say that it could be, and we'll go over Twitter in a moment, and I did ask who you think it could be, and I'll say why I agree or disagree, but I have seen people say that it could be Beast Gohan. I can't see them, based off what this game is with transforming stuff, I can't see them making Gohan Beast its own standalone character that doesn't transform from anything or transform into anything else. Now, granted, I will grant you this, however, that it could be that it is Gohan Beast and then the Dragon Ball Superhero or like adult Gohan version of Gohan has that form locked, and you can only use that form in mid-battle should you get the DLC. I would dislike that because it's like right there, like, do you know what I mean? So that's why I don't think it's going to be Gohan Beast. Now, yes, DLC 1 and DLC 2 for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is confirmed to be based around the Dragon Ball superhero movie, with the third DLC being based around the upcoming Dragon Ball Daima series. Now, I did say this on Twitter, and maybe in the video, maybe some of you guys actually said why I could be wrong about this. But people have been saying that, oh, it's not going to be Cell Max because the first and second DLCs are going to be Dragon Ball superhero related. Let me just remind you about Xenoverse 2. The pre-order character for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which again you could purchase later on, even right now should you want to do it. If you're on the Nintendo Switch, I think it's in the base game because you couldn't pre-order for the Switch because it came out afterwards, whatever. But the pre-order character for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was base form Goku Black, not Rose, base form Goku Black. And the first four DLCs, and his hammer, 4 DLCs, were DB Super Pack 1 all the way through to DLC DB Super Pack 4, and these were all based around Dragon Ball Super. DLC 1 and 2, DLC 1 and 2 were based around Universe 6, which was Final Form Frost, Cabba with Super Saiyan, Vados, and God of Destruction Champa from Universe 6. Then DLC 3, just the third DLC, had base form Zamasu, I think first form Bojack, which was such a weirdo, that may have been DLC 2, whatever. But then the third character was Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. So this isn't anything that they've done before, right? It's like, oh, base form Goku Black, which is a Dragon Ball Super character as a pre-order bonus. Then the first season was Dragon Ball Super DLC. So it's not as if this will be anything new for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And it kind of would feed into a bit of the FOMO, fear of missing out, where it's like, oh, you didn't pre-order it, oh, but you've got the DLC, oh, you've got every other character from the Dragon Ball Super series, Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, oh, you want this gigantic, as of this recording, strongest villain character, a Cell Max, oh, it's a pre-order bonus, oh, you didn't pre-order it, oh, cough up a few bucks to get it. Worm. I just imagine whatever. So again, that's just what I think it would be. Again, character that doesn't transform from anything or into anything, again, as of right now. Maybe in the future he'll come back and be super perfect Cell Max, probably not, but you never know with Dragon Ball. Am I right there, lads? Now, I've seen people say that, oh, it could be... Well, sorry, before I get into that, before we check Twitter, great, I did say 2 other guesses could be Hachiak, and I believe the guy's name's Azotto. Azotto is, well, recently he's in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but he was actually in like a 30-year-old arcade game in Japan, where basically Azotto can take the form of any other character. I don't think he transforms, he can just like take their form, like Piccolo, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and Gohan, like from the Cell Saga. I think that takes place between... Like, just before the Cell game start, so basically the same as the Broly movie and Hachiak stuff. It's around that time, if you want to know, in canon, what have you. So it could be him, but not many people know of him, and kind of the same thing for Hachiak. Now, I have a feeling that a few people I'm going to be like, oh, hold on a minute, Hachiak was in Tenkaichi 3. Nope, Hachiak was in Raging Blast 2, not even the original Raging Blast. Hachiak was I don't think he wasn't a pre-order bonus. He was just a character you could unlock in Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 to celebrate not to celebrate, because in Raging Blast 2, they also had the plan to eradicate the Super Saiyan special, which is obviously a remake or not remaster, like a redrawn version of the plan to eradicate the Saiyans from like ages ago. So it could be him, but I think he's kind of had a bit like his time in the sunlight now. And with Cell Max, I mean, look, Dragon Ball superhero, as of right now, this probably will change in the future, is the most successful Dragon Ball movie, period. It just is. Like, I think looking back, I would probably prefer the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. But look, I like all of the movies, right? But with Dragon Ball superhero, I want to say it's like the top 5 or even maybe top 3 Japanese animation movies of all time. Like, in terms of how much it's made, it's done unbelievably well. So because of that, people know of the movie, therefore they know of Cell Max. You could say it's a bit shady, putting this as a pre-order bonus or as additional content post-release, you know, outside of DLC. But at the same time, you can't argue the fact that if they did that, it's gonna get people to pre-order it or rather get the pre-order DLC post-release of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. What I want to do now quickly, I say quickly, I don't know how long it's going to be. I did recently ask early today, this video's been uploaded immediately, so early today on the 16th of June 2024, we're about 113 give or take days away from the release. Cannot wait. I did ask you guys, and feel free to follow me on Twitter at Burcol, BURCOL. So I'm laughing at the first response here, because I may do more stuff like this in the future, you know, pre-release for Sparking Zero. So, for the video, who do you think the pre-order character is for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? And the first response is from Extra with El Hermano, and I love how by the time this video goes up, or by the time I edit this part, he's probably ratioed me, which is hilarious. So, of course, it's not going to be El Hermano or the brother, what have you. Then animes, shout out to animes. I think it has to be a standalone character, no other forms, so no Android 21 or Charlotte, and I'll speak about that in just a moment once again. Probably from Dragon Ball Super, since they said the character wasn't in Tenkaichi 3. Probably a popular character, since they're not going to reveal it until a few days before release. I'll mention that in a moment as well. They want to get those last minute pre-orders. I'd assume they won't have any presence in the story mode, which I disagree with, since in my opinion it'll be lame if you could fight them in the story but not unlock them to play as. I also assume they're not going to it's not from Superhero or Daima, since those are confirmed DLCs. Then animes, shout out animes, love you bro. The last sentence is, I have no idea who it could be. Thanks bro, appreciate that. Oh, shout out animes if you're watching this. So, right off the bat, yes, I did say, well, I did forget to mention this earlier. It is confirmed that they're not going to reveal who the pre-order character is until a few days before, or like a couple of weeks, what have you, before the release of Sparking Zero. I would assume maybe about a month prior, so maybe in the September release of V-Jump. We'll have to wait and see. So that does make sense. Now, it says that it'll be kind of lame if you couldn't unlock the character despite fighting them. You know, that's why it wouldn't be in the story mode. But once again, then we turn your attention to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Base form Goku Black, base form Zamasu, and Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black were all characters you fought against in the 4th DLC for Xenoverse 2, which was like the future Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks saga. So again, they've already done that before. It says it wouldn't be, and again, he says they probably most likely wouldn't be a character from Dragon Ball Superhero or the upcoming Dragon Ball Daima, since those are confirmed DLCs. Once again, then we turn your attention to earlier in the video, they've already done this for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So again, Android 21 or Charlotte. The reason it's probably not going to be either of those, despite the one I want would be Charlotte with all of his forms, is because as of right now, and it's the wording that is literally posted, it could change in the future, we don't know, but it's again, it's a standalone character that doesn't transform or transforms from anything. So it can't be Charlotte, because I can't see them adding Charlotte and not giving him at least one of his forms. So as of right now, it's base form Charlotte, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, and Super Saiyan Blue. He'll probably get maybe Blue Kaioken in the future, maybe Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. That's Legends, I'm not really, but you know, whatever, all good. So that's 6 forms of Charlotte, including his base form. I can't see them, once again, just adding base form Charlotte, and at least not one of his transformations. I mean, base form Charlotte to Super Saiyan would work, or base form Charlotte to Super Saiyan God. But regardless, that's still 2 characters. And kind of the same thing for Android 21, who I absolutely wouldn't mind her at all. If she's in the game, great, fantastic. Android 21 transforms into Margin 21. Yes, I know, what's her name, Volmi, like Dr. Jello's wife, but I don't think she was a fighter. Like, I actually haven't finished the story mode for fighters or whatever. I believe Android 21 is like a reconstruction or what have you of her. But regardless, she can then transform into Margin 21. So I can't see them adding in a sort of like Hercule type of character for her, or like a Chi-Chi character, you know, like from Tenkaichi 3. Like a Bulma character or something like that. I'd imagine it'll have to be like what she is in Xenoverse 2. And again, if they add her in, they would most likely add Margin 21. So that's why it's probably not her. Again, if it is her, great, fantastic. Would not be upset with that at all. Then Beppo says, gonna go out there and say, Moro, the devs clearly have a lot of love for manga content. So in case you missed it, and I may do a video on this later on, I'm not entirely sure, but there are manga content in Sparking Zero. As of right now, I believe it's just two things, that being a gamma ray burst that Vegeta uses against the Infinite Zamasus in the Dragon Ball Super Manga, which I since have learned that he uses that as well in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, as well as in Dragon Ball Heroes, one of the arcade games, I don't know which, but so that's already been adapted into video game content. And based on Goku Black has something called Black Bind, which is basically like his version of Super Saiyan God Goku's God Bind that Goku uses on Broly in the Broly movie to be like, hey, you're not such a bad guy. Hey, do you want to spar? Spar. You could say Goku's a king of sparring, a spar king. Okay, moving on. I can definitely see it being either Arale or Beelzebub, like as a tribute to Toriyama. So, once again, Arale was in Tenkaichi 3, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi 3, so it's 100% not going to be her. Beelzebub, I could see it, but not as a tribute to Toriyama. I could see him being added as just to try and promote Sandland, both the recently released 2 months ago, as of right now, video game, as well as the upcoming anime. I don't know when that's coming out, so it would make sense for it to be him, because again, he fits all the criteria. I don't know if he transforms. Also, someone else did say, and I can't find, I've just tried to stall for a few seconds to try and find a tweet. Someone said they could be Toribot. I would actually really like that. That'll be such a nice nod to Mr. Toriyama. But I can't say why. Like, I just don't know why. But I just don't think it's Toribot. I just don't think it is. I think from the perspective of them trying to sell, again, like what Anime says earlier, trying to sell more like last-minute pre-orders. I think if you put Cell Max in there compared to Toribot or even Beelzebub, I think Cell Max is gonna sell more. Then there's like a nice little graphic here, which I do like, of 8 possible characters. So Oob, no, I think Oob was in Tenkaichi 3, wasn't it? I know Majub was, so right to the bat, no. Then the second option would be a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero exclusive character. This is a character that is brand new, like Banyu from Kakarot and Android 21 from Fighters. So again, look, that will be interesting. Like a character that is absolutely, completely brand new. Then you got Beelzebub, which I've always spoke about, and I'm just seeing this now. Number 4, Dragon Ball Super Broly Restrained. It could be that. It actually could be that, because again, Broly from Dragon Ball Super Broly, it's just got his like Rage or Ikari form, then Super Saiyan and Full Power Super Saiyan, not his base form. And you could argue that, well, it's gonna fit the theme of the early unlock stuff, but compared to the other 6 characters, just having base form Broly, unless he's like a monstrous character, maybe not. Then you got Kid Vegeta, that's been shown from Dragon Ball Super Broly. Probably not, to be honest. That just seems very, very lackluster, because then you'd also probably have to add in maybe, who is it? Kid Raditz, right? Who knows? Then you got Super Saiyan Bardock. This one's a little bit tricky, and the reason being is because the wording is that, and this might not be verbatim, but the wording is that it's a character that's never appeared so far in the Tenkaichi series. That would technically apply to Super Saiyan Bardock, but Bardock, of course, as well as Grade 8 Bardock, has already been in the series. I think this probably will be a character that's in the game, but I just don't think it's Bardock. Then we got Beerus Disguise. Beerus Disguise, aka Beerus Disguised and or Monarcha. No, look, that would be funny as a meme, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be Monarcha. Right, it's like that's basically just like saying Super Hercules, the pre-order character. Then you got Urine, in case you forget, because I forgot just a little bit. This is a character, not going to be her, by the way. This is a character that Goku with Tien, I believe, and Master Roshi fought against. Like, she can, like, possess people. Like, they do this right before they get Frieza back. before they head off to the Taunt of Power. It's not her. That seems like them scraping the bottom of the barrel. Then we've got Hatchak and Android 21, which I've already previously spoke about. We got someone here saying, unironically, hold on, unironically deluded myself into thinking it's Fu or Mira from Xenoverse 2, since Mira made into Kakarot and Xenoverse is their most popular game. But I can definitely see it being other characters picked like Beelzebub too. So if they're going to have some Xenoverse representation, I would think before Mira, Terra, Fu, Demigra, and any other exclusive character or character that's known for Xenoverse 2, I would imagine for the Xenoverse 2 representation, it would be, instead of those, I would imagine it would be the Supreme Kai of Time. Now, slight issue with that, she does transform in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so like a more, I guess, like angelic Kai, angel, whatever. But again, that's not, like, that feels like it's a different version of her. So I can definitely see them adding Supreme Kai of Time without her transformed state. So not a bad pick in all fairness. Oh yeah, Ultra Ego. It's not going to be Ultra Ego. I'm telling you right now, it is 100% not going to be Ultra Ego Vegeta. Because again, not even because of the so-called rumor waiting for the manga to get animated before that gets added to the game, even though they're already adding manga content. As of right now, no word on characters, but just skills. So it is technically manga content. The reason it's not going to be Ultra Ego Vegeta, regardless of it being manga exclusive and currently not animated, is because, once again, Ultra Ego is a transformation. They're not going to add Ultra Ego as a standalone character for Vegeta because of what the Tenkaichi series is. If a character can transform and it's in Tenkaichi, and if it's in Sparking Zero, same thing technically, then it's going to have a transformed state. Now, I say that, a little asterisk towards the end of that, because you got Budokai who can go in, become a giant character, at least as of this recording, and presumably upload. Budokai doesn't have his transformed giant state, so we'll have to wait and see. But look, again, for like Ultra Ego, they're not going to make a standalone character. In Xenoverse 3, what have you, it most likely will, but 100% not for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Again, unless they make it so it is a transformed state, but you can only unlock it on Vegeta, Dragon Ball Super, the Dragon Ball Super version of Vegeta when you have the DLC. So it's like a locked form. So again, that's why it's probably not going to be Ultra Ego. Yeah, what else we got here? Yeah, someone said Beat from Dragon Ball Heroes. So again, it's not going to be Beat for a few reasons. As I've already mentioned, it's a character that does transform into the base form, Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, Super Saiyan God, Blue, Ultra Instinct Saiyan, MUI. I forget if he goes Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Let's just say he doesn't, because I just can't remember. But then I believe he also goes Super Saiyan 4 and Limit Break Super Saiyan 4. That's 10 different forms there. Again, this is, as of right now, confirmed to be, and this might change later on, who knows, to be just a standalone character with no previous or future transformations. And also, I don't think anyone said this. Oh, and also Dragon Ball Heroes is ending, so there's no point adding that into it, because again, if I'm going to end support for Dragon Ball Heroes for the Dragon Ball Super Divers, I think it's called, it doesn't make sense to add it in because there's no payoff for it, like, right? And also, I don't believe anyone said it, but so I'm trying to find it. Someone said it's gotta be Burger. Yeah, it's me, guys. Someone did say that it could be Granolah. Again, the reason it's not going to be Granolah is for reasons why I said earlier, why it's most likely not going to be Moro. Granolah does have a transform state when he wishes to become the strongest in the universe, but you could maybe, if you wanted to, play that the same as Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. This could change in the future, but as of right now, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta do not have a separate slot for those forms. They are power-ups when you use Super Saiyan Blue. So if you're using Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and I hope it's on the screen right now if I can find it, there's and I think the footage is from Afro, shout out Afro. Super Saiyan Blue Goku will have a new super attack, which is Kaioken. You use it, and you then go into Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. So that's good news there. And also, with Vegeta, he's got a skill called something like, I'll break my limits in my own way. It's something like that. And then, when you use that as Super Saiyan Blue, you then transform, I think it's temporarily, into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So they could play the Granolah strongest in the universe like that. So it's still technically one character. But I just don't think that's going to happen because, again, most likely going to wait for the manga to get animated. And let's just end real quick with another comment here saying Gogeta 4 or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or probably Mastered Ultra Instinct. Again, 100% not going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta just because, again, that was in Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi 3. So it doesn't fit the criteria. Could it be Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku? Probably not, because I think they would have announced that it's that. And again, it's a transformed character. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But with that said, thank you all for watching. I genuinely can't wait for this game. More videos on the screen right now, and I will see you on one of these videos in just a moment.